Hey, in today's video, I thought it might be fun to do a competition. I picked up these two no-melt suets at our local hardware store. I want to see, this is C&S Suet. One of them says it attracts the best variety of birds. The other one says it attracts a better variety of birds. Now, the one that's the orange, the light, that attracts the better variety of birds, it costs like $2.39. These things are pretty expensive, but the birds do seem to like them. $2.39 for this one. The one that attracts the best variety of birds, which is the mealworm flavor, it was actually, I believe it was $3.59. It was about over $1 more. I'm gonna put these two in a feeder that I have that is designed to hold two suets. I'll show those here in a second. But basically, they look pretty similar, a little bit of a different color variation in them, but I wanna see, do the birds prefer one over the other, or do they get eaten pretty much about the same amount of time? So I'll show this feeder real quick. This is the feeder that I'm going to use. It holds a suet on one side, a suet on the other, and I'll put it up. I'm going to rotate it to make sure that the suets are, equally spaced. They're facing the same direction. I'm going to keep this thing even, but I'm going to put them both out today, put them in this feeder, and monitor it. Today is October the 7th. We'll put them out, feed both of these suets, monitor this, and all I want to do is see, do the birds have a preference over mealworm versus orange, or does the one that attracts the best variety of birds get more action than the one that attracts the better variety of birds? So we'll see what happens here for those of you who enjoy feeding suet. Real quick before I feed this suet, I thought I would show what they look like once they've been opened. This is the orange no-melt suet. You can tell there's some little orange coloring in it. And then this is the mealworm no-melt. The mealworm was the one that was the more expensive. It was supposed to attract the best variety of birds. This one was supposed to attract a better variety of birds. I'm a little disappointed for what these cost. The orange one actually has like 2 dead bugs inside of it, so I was surprised by that. I mean, this is definitely fresh suet. The packaging on it shows that it's best by January of 2026, so it's not that the suet's old or anything, but again, I guess we'll see what happens. Hopefully that's not going to be a big deal for the birds. I'm going to close this and just show the mealworm one. I'm going to put on a side that's not marked. The orange one I'm going to put on a side that I put a little sticker that shows the letter O, so we'll know that's where the orange is. So I'm going to get these both set up and we'll start monitor them and see if the birds are preferring one over the other, or they're both getting eaten equal. The only reason I wanted to do this is because if they're getting eaten equally and I'm seeing the same birds go to both of them, I don't really know why I would pay more to get a specific flavor. I'm just going to go in and buy the no melt, the cheapest version, and go with that. But anyway, we'll keep an eye on it and see what happens. It's Halloween day. I thought I would check in and see how the suet's going. This side that has this little mark on it is the side that I put that orange no melt suet in. So you can tell the birds have been hitting it pretty good. On the other side, I've got that mealworm suet, about the same. I'm just rotating it around, making sure that each side is being fed, evenly in terms of location and that sort of thing. But so far, as of Halloween, and we had a cold Halloween this year, so the birds have been on this quite a bit. This is what it's looking like. We'll continue to check it over the next few days, few weeks, and see which one of these gets eaten first. At this point, I would say it looks like it's pretty even, so we'll keep an eye on it. It's November the 25th. This is Thanksgiving weekend. I thought I would just wrap up this video. This is the side of the suet that was the mealworm. This is the side that was the orange flavored. And from what I can tell, the mealworm one might have gotten eaten a little bit more, but both of them were eaten pretty equally. You know, if you asked my opinion, is one worth paying more for than the other, I would probably say no. These, after a few weeks, you can tell they're kind of, if you touch them or give them a shake, you know, they're kind of falling apart. They're getting a little bit of mold in them. The birds have really kind of slowed down in general this time of year, so I'm not seeing a whole lot of activity. I'm actually getting ready to take these down and just leave the bird pole empty for a little bit. But anyway, this is my conclusion. If you're ever wondering, is it worth it to spend more to get the more expensive suet or a different flavor over the other? From what I can tell, I would say the answer is probably no. But anyway, in general, the birds seem to like these. The squirrels in my yard stay away from them, so I've been happy with them. I just think it might have been the wrong time of the year to feed 2 of them and expect that they would get eaten completely. So anyway, not sure if this video was helpful, but if you enjoyed it, I would love a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, just throw them in the comments below. I'd be happy to try and answer them for you. And since it's Thanksgiving weekend, just want to wish you all happy Thanksgiving and holiday season ahead. Thanks for watching. Take care.